Hey everybody, Heather from Hooked on Pickin here. We are live today and we are going to be going back to my roots. This is definitely going to be super helpful for all first-time resellers or if you're new in the game. But don't worry, I've been in this game for a while and I'm going to talk about kind of the ebb and flow of online reselling. So we will cover all of that. This live stream is totally for you. It is a learning, asking questions, let's get all the information out live stream. So if you are on live, go ahead and give a shout out. Paul will be here shortly to be able to give you a shout out to see how many people we have online. But first off, I do want to say a huge thank you to my patrons. Thank you to all of you who have purchased my Poshmark How to Create a Profitable Poshmark E-book. I definitely want to hear some feedback on that. How are you guys enjoying it? Do you really like it? And so I really worked hard on that, and hopefully it's a good product for you guys. So you can buy that at hookedonpickin.com if that's something you're interested in, because I am killing it on Poshmark lately. It's been one of my better platforms. Amazon has fizzled for me lately, but partly I think it's because I've been focusing a lot on putting more product on Poshmark. Wherever you put your focus, that's where you're going to make a lot of the money. So if you guys are online, go ahead and just say hello. Are we still waiting on people to jump on?
Still waiting on a few more.
Okay, so we will give you your shout out. Don't worry, we're here. So also I wanted to let you know I got these Hooked on Pickin mugs available. So we're going to just chat about just a few things before I actually get into the topic today. We are going to the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas, Nevada. March 22nd through the 25th is when the actual trade show is. We're going to be there a couple days longer just because we're taking a week of vacation. But anyway, we are doing a meet and greet at the Fresco Italiana. Unfortunately, all the tables are full. I do know that Bulq, I think, is doing a meet and greet Monday night. And so they have asked me to attend that. So I may show up to that just because I think some of you guys might be there as well. And so I think you can just check their Facebook page or stuff about that. So anyway, but hopefully you got to see this link live. I didn't get it up as early as normal. It was about 10 minutes before.
I think people are hopping on
live.
now. We've got Fat Elvis Good says boom. Terry's Angel says hi. Fat Elvis Good says yay.
Awesome.
He says he's sending you a shout out.
Awesome.
Margaret Hall says hey guys.
Hey Margaret.
Wolfman Mark says hello everyone. Whitley Ware says good morning. Kenny Burkhart says hello from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Awesome.
God's Third Acre says hi, Paul and Heather.
Awesome.
Very good.
All right. So anyway, what I was saying with ASD Market Week, we are going to do a meet and greet for those of you who did sign up ahead of time. I'm sorry if you missed the deadline, but if you are going to ASD, I will be wandering around. So shoot me a shout out or an email on hookedonpickin.com.
Yeah.
I will be checking my emails periodically while we're there. And so we may bump into each other. So I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for new liquidators. So I will definitely bring you a list after the fact. I may even do some live streams while we're there in Vegas to kind of give you some of the new liquidators.
We will probably do a live stream every day.
In the evening?
Probably in the evening. If I can find a spot to live stream, as Heather's cameraman here, trying to be able to find a spot in the ASD, what is it, the convention center, the Las Vegas Convention Center. I will try to do that, but we had trouble last year. Or 2 years ago.
Well, it's a big metal building. And so we stream off our data off our phone because that's the most efficient.
So when we got back to the hotel, it was much easier to stream there. It was a more consistent Wi-Fi, I think. So we will we'll try to do that and give you an update on what we saw and what are some different things.
And also, we're definitely going to take some pictures at the meet and greet, so you guys will get to meet some of the people that maybe you guys always see online on the live stream, you know, per their permission.
Sure.
And so you'll get to kind of meet some of the people you always chat with on the live stream.
Let's see, Rick Grove says, hope you're having a great day. Mark Wall says, hello, y'all. God's Third Acre says, did you guys get snow?
Yes.
It has gotten very cold.
There's snow on top of the roofs right now, but not.
We have a dusting, but about an hour north of us got a lot more.
Yep.
Pam Pilgrim says, good afternoon from Rutherfordton, North Carolina.
Awesome.
Whitley Ware says, hit that like button. Alyssa Clark says, hello, you two. Mark Hicks says, rarely get to see you guys live. Can't wait to sit down with both of you at the ASD.
Awesome.
All right, good deal. Word Vendor 1 says, hi from icy mid-Missouri. Diane, I guess it's Knapp, Says, hello, enjoy every day wondering how trivia night was.
Oh, so we placed 18th in trivia night.
Out of 32 teams, or 35. It was 35 teams.
35 teams. But we had 4 tables from our church, so there were 10 people per table, so we actually had a really good showing. I think our church brought the most.
Yeah.
Of everybody there.
Not bad for a small church.
Yeah. And then the lady who organizes it, her team actually won first, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're super smart, though. Way smarter than us.
They're good.
They're good. They had this one where they played music and they did old TV show sitcom intros and stuff.
You had to guess those.
I guess we're not old enough because there was Who's the Boss?
Whoever was coming up with the
Green
questions
Acres.
was stuck in the 70s and 80s, and we're like, okay. So they're like, TV shows. I'm like, oh, we should do pretty good. And then there was nothing this decade. So
yes.
Or last decade. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Anita says, hi from sunny Florida. D. Keone says, good, this is Deborah. Good morning, my friends, Paul and Heather. Greeting from Deborah in sunny Central Florida.
Awesome.
Kenny Burkhardt says, it may be too early for a question, but here's mine. If you were starting over, would you focus on one platform at a time, such as eBay or Amazon, or try to conquer both?
I would definitely do both. If you focus on one platform, you're not going to make any money because you're just going to have a bunch of leftover stuff that you're not going to be able to sell elsewhere. Now, that being said, I'm going to kind of talk about how I started and going back to my roots. And you can focus more on one platform if you do thrifting or retail arbitrage.
Exactly.
And so I actually just went on a retail arbitrage trip yesterday, and so you're going to be able to see that video on Saturday. I will definitely put that one out on Saturday, and so check that out. Just FYI, tomorrow we will be doing a live unboxing. It's going to be a Bulq case. Yes, it's a Bulq case of brand new items, and it's going to be kind of a miscellaneous case. So we'll have to see what's in there. And so that one will be fun. That'll be noon Central Standard Time tomorrow, so an hour later than we're starting this stream today. And then I also want to let you know that the following Friday we have some plans, and so we're not able to do a live stream that day, but we will put out a regular video.
We thought about maybe putting one out in the evening.
Yeah, we thought about doing one late at night.
We will
maybe
see how the schedule kind of works.
6-7 hours later than our normal Friday stream. So we're thinking about that possibility. But so we won't have a regular live stream on Friday.
Let me catch up here. Sarah says, good morning from New Mexico. God's Third Acre says, hey, Deborah. Jennifer says, hey, Paul and Heather, love what you guys do. Janet Hooks says, so excited to be watching you. Dad loves his Hooked on Pickin' Cup.
Awesome.
Mark says, I'm looking to start and just throw no more than $200 total. What's some good ideas?
Okay.
I say this is a good lead-in question. I know I've got a lot of others I need to catch up to.
Segue into what we're going to talk
Segue into
about.
what we should talk about.
So
hold on. D. Keone, Deborah just donated $5.
Thanks, Deborah. You're awesome.
$4.99, $5. Coffee on me, Heather. Hope you both have a wonderful week.
Awesome. Drinking out of my Hooked on Pickin' cups that I have on hookedonpickin.com.
So going back to our roots.
Okay, going back to our roots, and this is also for the new reseller.
Right.
Perfect question.
He
has $200, just FYI. I started this entire business with $300.
Yes, she did.
But it didn't start at $300. I sold jewelry at craft fairs to get that $300. So back to our roots. Initially, we started because we couldn't afford diapers.
Right. When our second child was born, we realized, I'm a pastor. We realized we weren't making very much money. I was pastoring, and we were pastoring a small little church in Iowa.
I didn't do any of the preaching. He does all the preaching.
I did the preaching, but no pastor worth their salt can do anything without their wife. I mean, it just doesn't function well at all.
Because I'm amazing.
And we were trained for that. We were trained to be a ministry family. Our Bible college, Faith Baptist Bible College in Aiken, Iowa, did a phenomenal job encouraging us to look at each other as a team in ministry.
I do a lot of the children's ministries.
Oh, goodness. She sings. She does so much. She counsels me constantly not to lose my mind. So, but when our second child was born, we realized, boy, we're just not making the ends meet here. And then we started trying to figure out what was something else we could do. And let's see, Heather tried Mary Kay.
Oof.
Yeah, that didn't work out
I'm not
so
a big
well.
makeup wearer, and so I just...
Yeah, she's naturally gorgeous and she needs no makeup, so it was hard to
Yeah.
hard to relate. Really,
Oh,
It's
don't
hard to
worry.
relate,
Listen,
very hard
I
to
paint
relate.
this when the barn needs painting.
You
Paint the
know.
barn.
But then for Christmas, she did jewelry, and or I bought her a little jewelry kit because she had said something about that she kind of liked to, make her own bracelet or something, and nothing fancy because we didn't have a lot of money, and she was wearing something that she had at church, and someone said, "Ooh, where'd you get that? I like what you had," and she sold a few pieces that way. And then we were thinking, well, maybe
I did a few craft shows too.
You did.
And I did really good, and I found out that I can peddle my wares.
Yes, Heather's a very good salesperson. She really is. She knows how to.
For some reason, I like to talk to people.
Yep, she talks very well to people, and they're very comfortable with her, and she's not a crook. That always helps too.
Yeah, I always priced everything way too inexpensive.
Yep.
That was my issue with selling at craft shows.
Margaret Holt donated $5.
Awesome, thanks, Margaret.
She says weekly coffee and zero funds. But let's see, going back.
So then we took the jewelry money, and then there's nothing to do in Iowa but stare at corn. There's more to do. But Paul got into going to auctions.
Right, I was getting my hair cut, and I was talking about how Heather was doing such a good job selling jewelry, but the only places that she really could sell was these craft shows, and there were like 3 big ones a year. And like, she would make like $600-700, and to us that was huge money back then.
Oh yeah.
And that was phenomenal.
That'll buy a lot of diapers.
That'll buy diapers, and we were so broke we didn't know what to do with even the $600-700. Yeah. So the woman that was cutting my hair was Sherry Drinkle. And she said, you should go to auctions. You can find flats of jewelry for cheaper. And I started going to auctions, and she was right. I was buying this jewelry flats. This was before gold prices took a spike at that time. They're back down to where they were before that. That's a rabbit trail. But I was buying jewelry flats, and then I came home one day, and Heather was taking stuff apart, and she pulled up a necklace. She says, "This is really nice. I don't think I want to take this apart."
It was a Leah Sophia necklace.
Yeah, and that sold for like $20 on eBay.
And then a light bulb went on.
Light bulb clicked on to go, why are we trying to make stuff? Let's actually buy stuff at auction.
Well, and you started finding sterling silver flatware.
I did.
In some of those jewelry flats, and we put like one fork or spoon. It was a spoon, I think, online, and you sold it for like $30. One spoon.
I was buying
because it was marked 925, I think.
Yep.
And so that's
marked sterling. The spoons were.
So then that's kind of where it started, and so we went to a lot of auctions. But auctions are time consuming. Right.
So then we found thrift shops, and then and then we had a couple of decent ones within about an hour drive of us. And that might sound really far, but in Iowa it's not far to drive an hour.
We lived in a town of 68 people.
Yeah, and we were 5 of those 68 people.
8.
But anyway, the going to thrift shops really helped. And I would have to say, if you're going to have $200.
Thrift stores.
Thrift stores is where I would start.
It's shocking how many new things you can find at a thrift store.
Yes. And you can scan each item with your eBay app, your Amazon app, your Poshmark. You can look it up. And so you're careful with that $200. You're careful with the small amount of money that you have. And that way you're not buying a case because you don't have enough money for a pallet.
Unlike liquidation, you're not going to end up with like 20% of the box that you don't know what to do with, like that it's dollar store items or things like that. Everything you buy at a thrift store or a retail store is going to be exactly what you wanted to buy. Right. And so you've already looked it up. Basically, as much as possible, it's a guaranteed resell with profit margin in it. And so just make sure you always take into consideration those fees. Like on Amazon, it automatically gives you the fees on the Amazon seller app. But on eBay, just in your brain, whatever you're going to sell it for, 30% of that is 20 to 30% of that is going to go to eBay for fees. I say 30% if they pay through PayPal, because that's an extra fee as well.
I don't think it's that high.
20 to 25 on eBay, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, technically it's supposed to be around 15%, but it seems like it is a little higher when you throw in PayPal and whatnot. But
okay, you want to catch up on some questions?
Yes, let's do that. Let's see.
So that's kind of how we started.
Yep.
We'll get into more of those tips and tricks and details, and I'm going to talk to you about my retail haul that I just did yesterday and give you a little bit of a sneak peek about that as well.
Very good. Garcia says, hello from New Kearney, Texas. Rick
Awesome.
Grove says, any idea if Bulq, based in Fort Wayne, Indiana, is going to be allowing us to do local pickups?
Ooh, I didn't know they had one in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, yeah, I did know they had one in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
They are talking about that.
Yes, they're talking about pickups. I'm going to try to pick their brain when we're at ASD and get some inside scoop info for you, maybe.
Mandy Cleveland says, this is Eric. Coke Zero needs to pay you for advertising, Paul. Yes, they do. Give us a call, Coke Zero reps.
Yeah, because we're big time.
I'll only charge you $10,000 an episode, Coke.
Right?
Yeah, right, whatever.
They're like, why pay when it's doing it for free?
Great taste, less filling. Robin says, hi guys, can't hang out today, but I'll watch later. Question, do you think Poshmark only selling on Poshmark is a bad idea? I do not like something.
Okay, so Poshmark, no, I think you can definitely make all of your money on Poshmark, and there's less restrictions on Poshmark, so you should be able to sell everything on Poshmark, primarily. It's clothing and housewares.
Clothing and housewares.
But there's not a lot of restrictions like there are on Amazon. I think you can make a profit. The biggest thing with Poshmark is you can't sell it as high as you can on like the Amazon platform. And so
probably.
If you can buy it low, you can always make a profit.
The problem with Poshmark is the sharing.
Yep.
You have to share. Like a couple days ago, we only had one sale that day. Well, we were very busy. I wasn't at the computer. I wasn't sharing on my phone. And so because of that,
we barely sold anything.
It's just like all of your items start slowly drifting to the bottom of every queue, and it's kind of like,
homepage and stuff.
Man, I really wish this wouldn't be the case. But, you do feel like when you are sharing, you're doing something to get your items up there.
Also, for that's a good segue. For those of you, I've sold a lot of the Poshmark e-books, and I would love your guys' feedback on it. Hopefully it's been super helpful, and it sounds like me. When he read it, he's like, sounds just like you talk. So
Heather did a great job. She's got videos in there too, which I think those are
training
worth the whole
on
thing.
how to do stuff. It talks a lot about sharing, a lot of our tips and tricks that we don't even share on our YouTube channel that we do kind of behind the scenes that I was able to break down much better in this ebook and kind of give you a step-by-step process. So hopefully those of you who have bought the Poshmark ebook have really been enjoying it. You can get that on hookedonpickin.com.
Cool. Well, I'm way behind.
Okay.
Terry's Angel says, I hit the first love you guys.
Awesome.
TT says, hello from Yokota Air Force Base, Japan. Love watching.
Awesome.
That's cool. Eva says, hi from Salem.
Oh, wait. If she's in Japan, I have to say this.
Oh, boy.
Watashi no nemae wa Heather des. That's all I know how to say.
Heather's multilingual.
That's it.
Eva says, hi from Salem, Missouri. Love your videos. Michelle says, hello from mid-Michigan. Deborah says, hi, God's third eye, or third acre.
I hope he doesn't have 3 eyes. That'd be weird.
No. Lisa says, hey, guys, Lisa from Alabama here. Sarah says, do you have a video of packing and shipping for Amazon? Also, I just mailed my first 3 boxes to Amazon. When will I know when something sells?
So normally it takes about 7 to 10 days before they're actually live on the Amazon platform, and then you will know when it sells on your Amazon Seller app. So it'll show you when you have sales that day. So if you don't have the Amazon Seller app, make sure you get that.
Yep.
It's different from the Amazon.com app.
Dina says, good morning, Heather and Paul. Thank you for commenting. You are praying for me. I really want to sell more other than local platforms, but nervous I'm not smart enough. You can do this.
You can do it.
You can do it.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Yep. We call ourselves college-educated idiots.
Because we make lots of mistakes before we get it right.
We have yes.
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 I remember, we bought a washing machine one time and neglected to measure.
Yeah.
So we ended up having
we That was so jacked up it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
So we
put it in so in order to make it fit, we had to put it in sideways. And
we did that.
It looked very janky.
Very janky.
It was so bad.
Mark says, thanks again. Fat Elves Good says, how do you keep track of your inventory and how do you list products on different platforms versus just one? For example, if you sell something on Poshmark, are you also listing the same product on eBay?
No, I don't cross-post. So I pick one. So I have the item, where is it going to sell the best, and I stick it on that platform. Uh-oh.
We are a black screen. Oh, are we coming back?
Buffering?
We're back.
Buffering. Okay. All right. Let me re-answer that one. So I do not. I do not list on. I I list on multiple platforms, but if you have one item, it's going to go on one platform. So I find out which platform it's going to go the best on, and I stick it on that one platform. I do not cross-post because I've gotten myself into trouble by not adjusting the inventory on other platforms if I've got it listed on multiple. So I don't cross-post. What was the other question? Oh, keeping track of inventory. We use Inventory Lab for Amazon for our Amazon FBA, and then we just Excel spreadsheet the rest of it.
Right. Poshmark is Excel.
Yep.
Let's see. Dina says, Heather, you are amazing. Behind every good man is a great woman. Absolutely. Deborah says, how can Margaret give an even $5 and I only have that was $4.99? It was $4.99, Deborah. It wasn't $5. I'd love to do $5 even. Any suggestion, Margaret? Margaret Hull says, I'm not sure I am using my phone. And okay, they're asking. Let's see. Judy says, you are so right. A pastor's wife is worth her weight in gold. I've been a pastor's wife for over 40 years.
Wow, I can learn some stuff from you.
That's right. God is good, but it is stressful. Elise says, so funny. My fiance Robert and I started reselling because we were having, it just jumped on me here.
Sometimes the comments move for some reason. All right.
Yeah, we're having twins. Love your show. Yes.
Awesome.
God's Third Acre says a good pastor's wife is gold. I am a PK. I'm a pastor's kid.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Heather is that gold. She's absolute gold. Shannon says, hi, y'all, from wet and soggy northwestern Kentucky. Sophia says, good morning. Homesick for Cali Army wife says, can flatware be silver-plated to be valuable? I find a lot of those sets, wondering if they're worth picking up. Okay, when I was selling a lot from auctions, which it's been a couple of years since I've been doing that, if you have the complete set, if you have all of them, but if it's like 3 forks, not really. Unless it's a particular older design. And the thing, if they're really old, they're not going to be silver plated most likely. They'll be actually sterling. So complete sets, and you got to buy that right, so just keep looking it up. eBay would be great to look that up.
eBay's the best place. And also flatware works really well if you have like a unique set that's no longer sold in the stores. Even the regular sets like the Oneida and the Hamilton brands and stuff like that. If you have a set that's discontinued, sometimes you can sell those really well too.
Let's see. Dina is saying, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and show some love for Heather and Paul.
Yeah, if you're on your phone, all you have to do is hit the back button to get out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and then reopen the live chat.
All right, trying to catch up here. Says Whitley Ware says, great tips. Mark says, thanks for your time. My goal is to help others be successful also. Deborah says, eBay and PayPal together is about 18 to 20%. Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's really the percentage. That's probably closer. Sophia says, before something, Ohio here. Love watching you guys.
Awesome.
Dawn says, thanks for sharing. My husband is a pastor looking to start an online business. I honestly think it works great because
you set your own hours.
Yes.
And you're available for ministry.
If you're any kind of ministry family, it can be tough income-wise. But also the time. You just don't know. Somebody goes in the hospital, there's a death in a family,
It's a real blessing to be able to just be there for our church folks whenever it's needed because I set my own hours. But, on the flip side, that means at 10 o'clock at night, I might be packaging that day.
It could be. That has happened. Sarah says, I bought my first case from Via Trading, and it's all Kmart stuff. Eek. Do you think it will move on Poshmark?
It's going to move, just not for a lot. Just share, and make sure you price it accordingly so you can offer deals and offer discounts and not lose all of your profit that way. So.
Deborah says, come on, everyone, close that window and give these beautiful people a thumbs up. Then reopen the chat. Please and thank you. Shannon says, hey, something from Denver. Okay. They're just talking to each other. Pamela says, came a little late, but glad to catch you live.
Awesome.
Lost Treasure 73 says, I have 5,000 items on eBay. Wow.
Whoa.
And I have to say about 95% is from estate auctions. I love auctions. I love auctions
That's
too.
His zone.
I wish I could go to auctions more often. I found so many great deals.
Yeah.
And you're saving stuff from going to a landfill too, So I like that idea too. Fat Elvis Good says, how quick does it take you to post on Poshmark?
Oh, Poshmark's really easy. The longest process is actually getting the garment ready, like on the mannequin and stuff like that. So if you can find a stock photo,
what are we averaging? 8 to 10 an hour.
Yeah, we can do 8 to 10 an hour.
And that's not like you're killing yourself.
Yeah.
Let's see. Deborah says, oh, okay, she just said that. Susan says, hey, y'all, no Bama hats in the box. No, there was not. There was not.
Nope.
Mary Beth says, just getting started with this. So excited. Thank you for all the information. I will have to catch up from the beginning. Anita says, some liquidation companies want you to have a company name. How do you go about that?
Well, pick one.
Pick one. This is your business.
Your business.
We're hooked on picking.
Uh-huh.
You can't be that. Sandra says, hello from the great city, from the Yakima Valley in, I totally butchered that, in Washington State. Love your videos. Mary Beth says, doing eBay for over a year, but now just getting into, okay? Probably Poshmark and Amazon.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Amazon. Okay, Whimsy Creek says, Dana Designs, you are smart enough. You've got this. Yeah.
Yep, you are.
Yep.
You can do it.
You can do this. You can do it. Just we'll go slow and you'll learn as you go and you'll get it down.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal says, good morning, Paul and Heather. How are you? I love your travel cup.
Well, it's available.
Where can you find that travel cup, Heather?
On hookedonpickin.com. I feel like QVC right now. I actually have some available on hookedonpickin.com. Not a ton, but I do have some. I want to see if you guys really like them, and if you do, then you can just I'll order more.
Very good. Sina says, hi guys, thank you for all your great information. Do you reuse your bulk boxes to send inventory to Amazon
Yes,
FBA?
I do. Those things are awesome.
Mary Beth G says, do you suggest starting with merchant fulfilled before fulfilled by Amazon?
We did start with merchant fulfilled just so that we became familiar on Amazon, but I do have some how-to listing videos on FBA, and so you can actually get started and just watch me or other people doing an actual listing video and figure that out.
Fat Elf's Good says, how many times are you sharing daily, and are you doing it yourself, or do you have help?
We have help.
We have help in sharing. My mom helps a lot in that process, which is
Probably
incredibly
3 to
helpful.
4 times a day.
Yeah, but like every night when I sit down, I'm sharing. I try to share as often as I possibly can.
I think he doesn't even have to look at the phone sometimes. He just uses a stylus and.
On that. Holy cow! A $50 donation from Robert Quick, Oliver, and Vera twins.
I wonder, is it in red because it's such a large amount?
I don't know. This is awesome. Yeah. It says this is from Robert and Elise. I guess it's Diner, maybe. Elsie. I'm sorry, Elsie Diner.
Or Elise. Sorry.
On $50 on us. You were the reason we started selling on Amazon just over a month. $9,000 in sales.
Oh my stars!
Fantastic, guys.
That is awesome.
And thank you so much for $50.
I know.
I have to buy you a new coffee machine. That was very kind.
That's
guys.
awesome.
And
thank you.
Praise God for your success and your $9,000 in sales. That's good.
That is
really good. So, and if you profit $9,000, you're doing better than we are in a month. That's right there. Let's see. Homesick for Cali Army Wife says, have you guys thought about using List Perfectly or Vendu for cross posting? They seem super glitchy right now, but I think it will be a game changer when I can decide which one to do.
No, we haven't used those.
Heather has a good policy on cross-posting. What's your policy on
So my policy on cross-posting is if you have multiple items, go ahead and just put a few on, like put 2 on eBay and 2 on, Poshmark or whatever other platform you're going to utilize. And then just see how quickly they sell. I had these hats that I sold where I put 5 on one and 5 on another, and they started to sell on one platform, and then I just adjusted. But I always made sure that my inventory was 100%. So if everything sold at the same time on the same day, I was not going to be in trouble. And so that's kind of rule of thumb.
Yep. Mission Ferguson, I think, says, I really appreciate the whiteboard stats you include. Very informative and has helped me plan my liquidation strategy. Thanks for your tools.
Awesome.
Very good. Word Vendor 1 says, I got the ebook and it's very helpful. It does sound like Heather. I've been a copywriter and I despise unclear instructions. Okay. Yours were simple, clear, and consistent. Very good.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. Very good. That's good to hear. So Heather worked hard on that. I think it's good. Infinity says, I love watching. Susan says, do y'all think the NCAA clothing on Via would do great also? Amazonable.
Well, I tell you what, we Amazoned a lot of the hats. The rest of the hats are currently being listed, and so we're probably going to have those live out in about a week or so. So if you are looking for the ones that we did put on Poshmark,
not many will go on Poshmark. I think it'll be a total of about 10 hats.
10 different kinds, yeah.
We're waiting to see how these hats go on Amazon.
It
looks good.
They're en route right now to the warehouse, and so we'll be able to kind of give you more details probably in about 2 weeks to see if they're selling quickly.
Yeah, maybe next week live stream, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll start seeing if they start blowing out. That would be awesome.
Well, some of them had really good sales rates.
Some will have very good
200,000 in
sales rates.
clothing, 100,000 in clothing, so that's pretty good in the clothing category.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Crystal says, good morning, Heather and Paul. How are you? I love your travel cup.
Awesome.
Where can you get that, Trip?
Hookedonpickin.com. All right, moving on.
Zaire says hi. Patricia says hi from Indiana. Have you even been to Barton's warehouse in Indianapolis? Love your videos.
No.
We've never been. It has been
not.
suggested to us so many times. We should just go for fun sometime.
Yeah, in our spare time we will.
Maybe
Between volleyball games.
If we go, we'll see. Maybe we can call them and maybe we can get a tour, warehouse tour or something. That might be kind of cool.
I'd put a tour on the channel if they let me.
Homesick for Cali Army Wife says Poshmark rocks. Every platform needs to follow suit. I can't believe how old and antiquated eBay is. It drives me nuts.
I agree.
Yep. The Wells Mama says, I'm late, so I hope this question hasn't already been asked. Amazon kind of terrifies me. Is it as scary as it seems?
No, and to be honest, a lot of the consultation calls that I've done, so if you don't know, on Hooked on Pickin, I do offer a consultation call. It's not expensive at all, $35 for 30 minutes, and I talk fast, so you know you're going to get a lot of info. Yep. But I have alleviated a lot of fears on Amazon just by having a conversation about Amazon. So a lot of people are afraid because they're afraid to break the rules and get banned. That's happened to me before, but it was unintentional, and I was able to get back reinstated. And so please call me. I'd love to do a consultation call, or email me at hookedonpickin.com and sign up for a consultation call. I would love to be able to alleviate a lot of those fears and just help you out and kind of answer a lot of those fear-related questions.
Very good. Question. For items in a set, this is from Shannon. For items in a set for FBA, do I label each item with the same FNSQU, or can I arrange the items in such a way that only one SKU shows from the outside for the Amazon scanners? Okay, so every individual item. So if you have a quantity of let's say I was selling this cup on Amazon and I have 4 of them, each one needs a label. Now, if it's a bundle, like we, for a long time, sold these Crayola bundles where it came with a bath soap and a loofah and then Crayola crayons, those have to be packaged all together and gets one label. So we would polybag them all together so that they wouldn't come apart and it gets one label. So hopefully that answers your question. Yes, Zaire says, do you recommend to get the sell tax certificate? Thank you for sharing all your great information. So that is state specific. So you need to call your state and ask about that. Right. Christy says, want to start reselling. Do you have lots of issues with scammers? On reselling, okay. They're out there. They're out there. The thing that I do in order to avoid scammers, as far as people sending stuff back that's broken, like maybe they bought my new one and then returned the broken one, is you take a picture, like if you list it on eBay or Poshmark or even my own website, you take a picture, and if you get the item back and it's completely different, you can actually submit open a case on eBay, open a case on Amazon, report them. It does not affect your account if you report them, but it does make eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, all those other platforms aware that they do this on a regular basis. And so I also, anytime somebody wants to do a return, I request photos. If they say this is broken or this doesn't work, I always request photos, and that way a lot of times that'll deter the scammer. They don't want to go through those extra steps, or they're lying, and so they won't even contact you again most of the time. It's a very low percentage that we've run into. Not very often. Let's see here. Terry's Angel says, Melissa says, hey guys, got a question. Do you pay your taxes quarterly or at the end of the year? At the end of the year right now. End of the year. Yeah. That's how we do it. Terry's Angel says, been buying but still haven't started selling. You are my inspiration though. When I get the funds, I will purchase a call. I will catch your live tomorrow. Awesome. Terry, Start selling.
Just start
You can
selling.
do it, Terry.
Just list it.
Find a platform you enjoy and list.
List away.
Fat Elvis Good says, how big is your Poshmark closet? We have just under 500 items listed currently.
Ooh, and we're doing a new inventory, and I definitely am going to do a video on our new inventory system.
I'm almost done.
Because we had to like revamp it. We were losing our mind trying to
We
find
got
stuff.
up to 800 items, and it was just
maddening.
You know, everything's in a poly bag, and we kind of were sorting things by
color.
Well, then sometimes
and
we had it in a blue shirt was in with pants, and we're looking in the blue tops, and then we're losing our mind because we had to dig through 80 blue tops, you know, and it's not even in there. You know, so this new system's working a lot better.
It's awesome.
But I'm not quite done. I will get done soon, someday. So let's see.
You're almost done, though.
I'm almost done. Diane says, hi, Heather and Paul. Crystal says, Heather, I have a question. Where do you find your stuff that you sell on Amazon?
Liquidators now and some retail stores. I'm actually going to ship a bunch of stuff into Amazon that I found at Walmart.
Right.
Walmart.
Sarah says, way to go, Robert Quick. Yes, for that $50 donation.
Yes.
That was very kind.
It was awesome.
Very, very kind. Whitley Ware says, I love List Perfectly. Makara says, do you have to pay for shipping when you ship items for FBA?
Yeah, but it's super discounted. I usually average anywhere from 30 to 50 cents an item unless it's something that's super heavy.
Right. That's a deal that Amazon has worked with.
You UPS like a whole box that weighs like 40 pounds for like $16. It's not anything to even.
KOH Merchandise says it would be so much better if we just had to hit a button once to share on Posh. Yeah.
I agree. And it just shares your whole closet.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Like when you follow someone, if the closet was in a vertical list and had just one button, we could fly right through it. Yeah, who knows what they'll change with that, you know? But as it is, it's not that way. Lost Treasure 73 says, homesick for Cali Army wife. I use List Perfectly, but you have to be real disciplined in making sure you take it off the other platform once it sells. Yep, cross-posting, that's a big deal. God's Third Acre says, at Patricia Miller, I'm in Indiana and have been to Barton's. It's fun. I'm in West Central Indiana.
Cool.
Homesick for Cali's Army wife says, those listing apps are supposed to help you avoid the problem of selling the same item on two platforms, hopefully.
Gotcha.
Lost Treasure 73 says, homesick for Cali Army wife. With List Perfectly, you still have to take the items off other platforms when it sells. Whitley Ware says, check Franchise Kicks channel to get lots of pals from Barton's. Absolutely.
Okay.
Sarah says, at the Wells Mama, I have found the Seller University videos are super helpful. Good. Jules D says, is 500,000 rank for beauty products good or bad? Thank you, guys.
500,000 is a little high. I like to stay around the 300,000 or less in beauty, health and beauty, but it's not horrible.
It is saying it is sold. So, and there's so much in health and beauty.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, because like you may have one kind of lipstick, but it's got like 15 different shades.
Yep, that can happen too. Christy Brown says, thank you. Crystal says, hi, Heather, I have a question. Where can I find your stuff that you sell on Amazon?
I don't list my Amazon store.
Yeah, I mean, it's because even if we listed our Amazon store, it wouldn't guarantee you bought it from us.
Right, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Because each listing, if we don't have the buy box, you may go to that item and then all of a sudden someone else is selling it. So yeah, I usually just list on my Poshmark and my eBay and my Hooked on Pickin stuff.
Right. Saluna says, okay, never mind. Jules D says, I finally sent 3 items to Amazon FBA and now I'm hooked.
Awesome. Yeah, it's not that hard. Starting with a small amount is actually a really good idea.
Yep. Deborah says, international scammers is first class USPS item doesn't track delivered even if the buyer receives the items, they try to get a full refund. Let's see. Angel says, how long do you have to wait to list more than 10 items on eBay on second month and can only list 10 items a month?
Okay, so when it comes to eBay, and if you're a new eBay seller, they do have those listing restrictions where you're only allowed to list 10, and that even includes relisting, includes in that 10. So my recommendation is if you have good seller rating and you've been shipping everything on time, call them. Because they will increase it eventually, but if you call them, you could probably get it increased right away. They want someone who's actively engaged. So if you call them, they're probably going to bump you to 25 just right on that phone call.
That's right. Let's see. Terry's Angel says, I've had my closet on Posh for 2 years, but I haven't posted yet. I've had my closet on Posh for 2 years, but I haven't posted. Oh, okay.
Because she's probably been buying off Posh.
Yep. Yep. Terry, you can do it.
It's so easy to post your first item on Poshmark. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pamela Berry says, how do you do the voiceover in YouTube? I am lost on how to do the videos. I started a channel for my woodworking. I do woodworking along with reselling for a full-time job.
I use Power Director for all my video editing. And so I do that all before it's uploaded to YouTube.
That's a free app. It just is, well, it's on our phone.
It's on an Android phone.
Android phone.
If you have an iPhone, it's not free. You can pay for a desktop version and do voiceover that way as long as you have a microphone hooked up to your desktop. Because I've done both.
Yep. Let's see. Terry's Angels, did you show your new system yet? No, we have not shown the new inventory system yet. I'm not quite done. I have 2 more not drawers.
Probably about
cabinets to go through.
Right. About 100
Chris says, hello, Heather and Paul. Missed your last stream, but watched the replay. This is Christine from El Paso, Texas. I love all your videos. God bless you always. Miss 1916, hi, Heather and Paul. I loved your unboxing videos of the NCAA caps. Where did you list the Tennessee caps? Go Vols.
I think most of them went to Amazon.
Those went to Amazon.
Yeah.
So
I think only 10 caps we kept back because they had no sales rank or weren't worth it to put on Amazon based on fees, and so they are going on Poshmark.
Yep. Let's see. Super Nation says, oh no, Terry's Angel said, would Harley merch sell on Poshmark? Harley Davidson.
I think Harley Davidson. Yeah, Harley Davidson usually sells everywhere.
That is something that does. It just sells.
Yeah.
It could be a T-shirt with holes in it. They'll buy it.
Yeah.
Somebody loves Harley. Let's see here. Where am I at now? Let's see. Super Nation says, have you heard of Quantum Commodities? And if so, do you think they're legit?
Ooh, I don't know. We haven't heard of them. Oh. First time we heard of them.
There are so many liquidation,
well, a lot of them are
companies.
popping up, but you have to be careful because some of them are shady.
Yeah. So ASD Market Week, we'll try to find some more.
We'll find some non-shady ones.
Let's see. Sydney Cook says, hi. Sarah Pearson says, could you put out a rough list of what you consider reasonable sales rank numbers? This is one of those things that trip me up.
The lower the number, the better. Think golf. And so I should make a list that I just offer.
Yeah, we should try to figure that out a little bit. Sarah, to be honest with you, we have had a list or two that we kind of keep in the back of our mind, but then we'll break that rule quite often.
Depending on how much we can make from it.
Because there's so many variables, like, okay, it's a brand new product sitting on shelf and it has like 1.5 million sales rank. Well,
it hasn't sold very much because it's brand new.
Right, it's brand new. So there's all sorts of little things like that.
And then the margin too, that's a big factor. So the sales rank and the margin. So if we can make $30 on something with a higher sales rank, I'd rather send it in. But if I'm only going to make $2 and it has a high sales rank, I'm not going to send it in.
Right. And also you have like the inflated sales rank numbers around Christmas.
Yeah, they usually stay inflated through January, but now we're kind of leveling back out to normal. And then anytime you have a seasonal item, the item's going to be inflated. Like you're going to have a lot of Easter stuff that's going to be super inflated.
But 2 weeks after Easter, people are not wanting to buy it, and yet it'll have a phenomenal sales rank.
Right.
So
we did that with pumpkin spice bars one time.
Yeah,
we bought a bunch right after
We bought like
Thanksgiving.
150 pumpkin
and
spice
we lost
things
our
thinking,
shirt.
oh, this is going to be great. And nope.
Nobody wanted to buy them after Thanksgiving.
Yep. So it's still a nice, handy tool to go, okay, has it ever sold? And so we really stray away from things that have no sales rank. We're like, it has literally never sold on Amazon. And I know there's the chance that maybe yours will, but,
I don't want to pay fees on something that's never going to sell.
Let's see. Homesick for Cali Army wife. It seems like I'm gated in everything. How do you find out what you are not gated in? It seems like most things I scan, I'm gated.
Well, usually certain categories are ungated. So if you can find one area that you're not gated in, like let's say you start scanning some toys and you find that you can sell a lot of toys, then toys is probably open to you. Automotive, clothing. So think category-wise, and that might help you to kind of focus on a specific area.
Take your Amazon Seller app, take a, what do you want to call it? A trip to Walmart,
Yep.
An exploratory trip to Walmart. Just start scanning things in all the different departments because Walmart is laid out in departments. And boom, you'll hit on something. You'll go, "Wow, I can sell in this category."
I can sell sports and outdoors. I can sell clothing. I can sell hardware.
And that might be fun too.
Yep.
Let's see. Janet says, Janet Torrey says, "Hi, you guys inspire me. I am trying to get started reselling, but I think I have made a mistake on buying a lot of toys and can't get unrestricted because I do not have 10 of each item."
Okay, so you're gated. When you buy toys from liquidators, you can't get ungated with the invoices they give you. Just FYI. If you bought it from a wholesaler or a distributor, you can, and I've done that before. But as far as those toys, just start putting them on Facebook Marketplace, start putting them on eBay, utilize other platforms. You do not have to sell everything on Amazon, although it's the best on Amazon, but if you're gated, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you've seen me plenty of times say, okay, we can't put that on Amazon. It's going to go on eBay or it's going to go on Hooked on Pickin or whatever. And I've been putting a lot more stuff on Hooked on Pickin lately.
Yes. Let's see. Margaret Hall says, "I love my Harley clothes." Yes. Makara says, have you ever list items on the Mercari app? No.
No.
We have not.
I've only bought off Mercari. I haven't listed.
Yes. EQLEVBVT says, "I am in a rural area with retail arbitrage really being my only option for sourcing. Do you think those of us in rural areas can make it a full-time in the business?"
I would look into liquidation if you live in the middle of nowhere. Look into having it shipped straight to your door.
We're in a town of 2,700 people, so liquidation makes it very possible
because they ship it to your door.
To make a good living.
So look into like Bulq or via trading, but do your research. Bulq has full manifests, so take those UPCs and the titles and cut and copy them into eBay and Amazon. Find out what will you really make.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, I think you could make it a full-time living. Mm-hmm. God's Third Acre says, "I'm rural also." Supernation says, "Quantum Commodities sells truckloads, $3,000 to $10,000. I don't know if that sounds too good to be true. If the MSRP is $250,000, the MSRP is $250,000, and they're selling from $3,000 to $10,000. Wow, that's
just make sure you're not getting shipped a truckload of trash, because that happened to a buddy of ours.
Yeah, I usually see the truckloads from $3,000 to $10,000. I'll see them. Well, if they're around $10,000, I'll see them anywhere from they'll say $70,000 to something like $120,000
MSRP
of MSRP. Yeah. So, and we would prefer to do that. I think that you make the most money, but then you have to figure out where you're going to put that stuff. And although we have a really nice little warehouse, we can put 12 pallets total in this place. So
that's it.
So we're not able to do that exactly. Let's see. Pamela Berry says, "Could you do a video on how to do videos?" Laugh out loud. Yeah, I guess we could. Taylor's Place says, "Good afternoon, all." Gina says, "Hi, everyone. Homesick for Kelly Armor." So I said, for books, I love Scout IQ. Yeah. It has it has a score that tells me how often it was sold in the last 6 months. I don't know if it recognizes everything, but most books it does.
I think I have a...
we had Profit Bandit for a long time.
Yeah, I have an affiliate link, I think, for Scout IQ.
Do you really? Mm-hmm. Awesome. God's Third Acre says, "I order from Bulq, Honcho, and drive to Indy to pick up at Liquidation at Barton's."
Nice.
Sarah Pearson says, "I've done the cut and copy with Bulq manifest, and I've been pretty disappointed. What's a good category to look into?"
I like the uninspected returns category because I feel like they don't charge as much, and then I do a lot of general merchandise.
Yeah, we'll do general clothing has been the best for us. It really has. And
back in the day, toys were really good.
Our best clothing doesn't really come from Bulq. Well, that's not necessarily true.
It comes from the Kentucky warehouse.
Yes.
So if you filter for the Kentucky warehouse, you might find your best clothing options.
That might be the best way. Via Trading is also excellent for clothing.
Oh, yeah. We've done really well with Via Trading clothes.
We go with their Macy's stuff. Let's see. Taylor's Place says, "For Bulq specific, do you find you get a better ROI on case lots or pallets, or do you see a difference?"
I think always a better ROI on pallets just because of the quantity, and not everybody can buy pallets. But with their new pallet shipping, it really probably depends on how much you're going to pay for shipping nowadays.
Right.
And whether or not you can get it cheap enough based on multiple pallet purchases.
Yeah, their new policy is better for us. Like just one pallet, I think when I looked it up yesterday, it was going to cost us $193. It was costing us $200, and then every pallet I buy after that, it goes down.
Like we could get it down to, if we bought 6
Yeah.
pallets, we could probably get it down to like $120 a pallet or something.
Yeah, I think it was $137, something like that.
Right. But if you live in
Which is
California,
great.
you're going to pay like $400 for one pallet. But
You
if you
could.
buy multiple, you might get close to that $200 limit. But I don't know.
Could.
It depends where you're located.
Let's see. Super Nation says, have you guys ever thought of opening your own liquidation company?
We thought about it. That's about as far as it
Thought
went.
about it. Homesick for Cali Armist's wife says, yes, editing videos, please. It's tough to grow your channel when you're learning that. Yes.
Power Director.
Power Director.
It is
my
the
friend.
easiest program to use, and I do it all on the majority of my edits I do on the phone.
Yeah. Deborah says, what is ROI?
Return on investment.
Yes.
So basically, you want to explain ROI?
Well, return on investment. It's if you spend $1, what's your return on that dollar? You know, so some ROI could be you'll make $5 on top of that. It's another way to talk about profit.
Yep.
In that way. No problem, Deborah. That's a good question, and forgive us if we're saying things that we're not explaining well enough. God's Third Acre says return on investment. Yes. Clara says hi,
Sometimes
Heather.
we just use terminology every day that we forget that not everybody knows it. Sorry about that.
Carly says hi, Heather. Just got here. I'm starting to get an Amazon and want to send clothing, but heard from different people that clothing is bad to send in due to returns. Do you have thoughts and suggestions?
Look at the sales rank. That's the biggie on that one. There's a lot of clothing out there. I'd say stay under the 500,000. The lower the number, the better. And so clothing is a slow seller, though, on Amazon. It is a slow seller. So just make sure you don't leave it there forever and you're paying long-term storage fees on something that's never going to sell.
Yes.
So.
And I'm down to my last question.
What? We're caught up. And then I'll talk about my haul that we did yesterday.
Yeah. James D says, our best investment is us. And then Jules says, what would you say was the most difficult thing you guys had to endure during building your reselling business?
Difficult thing we had to endure. Motivation.
I'll tell you, the YouTube channel has helped the motivation factor. Like
for me, because I'm a social butterfly,
Yep.
and I can't just be cooped up in front of a computer and not talk to people because I might lose my mind.
Yes.
I actually did lose my mind, I think, a few times. No, he had to keep me from quitting reselling. Like, I almost quit reselling multiple times because I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, every time I got a return, like, my world ended.
Yep.
And so that was super frustrating in the beginning, especially because we were legitimately financially strapped. And
Right.
so, like, every time something didn't work out in the reselling business, it was like world ending in my brain. It wasn't world ending, but that's the way I kind of thought about it. And so we've come a long way, and that's part of the reason why we love doing the YouTube channel, is because we feel like we can motivate those of you who are in that stage where you're like penny pinching and you really don't have a lot of capital to wiggle with. And so if we can get you to kind of bypass a lot of the mistakes we already made by helping you on this channel, that's really one of the main reasons why I like doing it.
Now I see, like, if something goes wrong, Heather's first thought is, ooh, I can show people on YouTube this, and it's really has changed the
way I think about it.
Yeah.
Learn from my mistakes,
Right.
because like we said, we're college-educated idiots. We screw up a lot.
Yeah.
That's our phrase.
Maybe if you went out and got a business degree, and I have a pastoral degree. Heather has a counseling degree, which we use all the time. But they didn't teach you how to run a business, and as a pastor or a counselor, I mean, it might have been good to learn some of that stuff, and I had
pastor always has to have a side hustle because they never make enough money.
know. It might have been I think in high school I had one little economics class, but that was teaches you how to balance a checkbook, and I was thankful for that, but that was about it. So
we kind of just learned as we went. That was the thing, and I think that's why it's so easy for us to explain it to other people, because we learn as we go.
Yeah.
Can I talk about my haul yesterday?
Let me catch up real quick.
Okay.
Let's
a few
see.
questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
KO8 says, so happy you stayed with it. You guys are such an inspiration. Deborah says, thank you for making this so real for all of us. Taylor's Place says, 3 purchases from Bulq, all case lots, 1 brand new, had problems, 2 unexpected, made really good money, 3 brand new, had major problems. They made it right, but didn't have inventory to list in between. So I'm glad they made it right for you guys.
Yeah.
Gina says, what would you say to a person who was interested in starting a channel but is self-conscious and not a social butterfly?
Act like yourself.
Yeah, just be real.
Just be real.
Just be
Tell
real.
everybody.
And maybe don't read the comments for a while.
Yeah, don't read the comments.
Every once in a while, people are not so nice, but we have found more kind people than
well, because you guys are awesome. So that makes it more fun. But there have been a few that I guess, I don't know, maybe because I'm a pastor's wife, I have tough skin. I'm not really, some of the really bad comments we read for entertainment's sake now.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my word, listen to this.
Right.
Not so nice person. Right. I almost said something not
Let's
so nice.
Let's see. Infinity Stone says, how much is your consultation calls?
They start at $35 and then they go up to $80 for 90 minutes. So they get cheaper the longer you go, but the only thing is you have to complete it in one sitting. So if you have lots of questions, do it longer, or you just want to start out with $35 and then just sign up.
30 minutes for $35?
Yeah, 30 minutes for $35.
Let's see here.
The link is in the description below.
Perfect. The Wells Mama says, what is your goal ROI per item? Is it different for each selling platform?
I think we like to always double our money.
Yeah.
So like if we
triple would be more preferable.
Yeah. So we try to stay between the double, the triple. So if we spend $3, we want to make anywhere from $6 to $9. Right. Like pay ourselves back and then make an additional $6 to $9.
Right. So if you're scanning something at Walmart and it costs $5 and you're going to make $2.20 on it once you sell it, honestly, we don't even pick that.
Nope.
Because the chance of by the time that item gets to the Amazon warehouse,
and you may pay storage fees for like a month or so, you've just lost all your money.
Or other sellers come in and then they drop the price.
You have no room to move it.
Yeah, you're lucky to get your money back out of that item. So be careful.
Yep.
Let's see. Homesick for Cali says, is that editing app linked in the name?
Power Director?
Power Director, I don't think it's
linked. It's just on the Google store. If you just go to the Google store, you can download it.
We get nothing for that.
Yep.
James D says, knowledge is power. Absolutely. Supernation says, how do the eBay guys that sell for like 90 cents make money? It's shipping minimum is $3. They're a Chinese company.
Yeah, they're usually shipping from China.
So when you have...
So 90 cents in American money is
when
a little
you have
bit different.
close to slave labor making your items, then you can sell things for 90 cents. And it doesn't make sense to me either. I have thought about that 100,000 times. I'm like, there is no possible way that they can make money, but somehow.
Well, and if you look to, some of them are shipping directly from China, and then some of them are a stateside Chinese-run business, and so...
Yeah, those are even a little different. I mean, it is coming straight from China. It can be cheap, but it will also be cheap. Anita says, thank you for all the helpful advice. You've motivated me to try liquidation, and I've started posting on Poshmark. Deborah says, someone was rude today, but they went away. Whew. Yeah, I had to ixnay them. God's Third Acre says, we need a couple of moderators to smash the trolls. Yeah, I mean, I have figured out sometimes how to press the
we don't like you button.
Dixie Girl 999 says China should not be able to sell on eBay in America. You know, I'm okay with it, right? I'm okay with them selling. It's just difficult if you're selling the same product that they would. Heather, that's it. So what do you got?
Okay, so the initial title to this video, which we kind of sort of got to at the front end, but then we're going to talk about again, was if you're a new seller in the reseller world, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and things of how we started. And we kind of talked a little bit about how we started in reselling. Basically, we had no money, and so we started doing auctions. Then he loves auctions. He loves digging through treasures. He loves Goodwill Outlet. He loves thrift stores. I'm okay with thrift stores. I'm not a digger. I like brand new, pretty stuff. And so we actually started to kind of shift that mentality to retail stores. And we actually yesterday We have not done this in a long time, so we videoed it, of course, for you guys to kind of show you the process. But we went retail arbitraging, and that's basically a fancy way of saying we went to Walmart to buy stuff straight off the shelf, brand new, to resell on Amazon. And so our first and foremost thing we always do is we hit the clearance aisles. Now, unfortunately, our clearance aisles were not very beneficial.
Not great.
I think we got one thing
Not
off the
great that
clearance
time.
aisle, but we went hunting through the rest of the store because some of you may not know, but they'll clearance department section. So if you look at an end cap, like we found all these like newborn onesies that were character driven. And so anything that is a recognizable brand,
Mickey sells.
Mickey, Disney, Pokemon.
Right.
I'm just looking over here and seeing, and then like we bought some ads seen on TV. But one thing that we did that was really cool was we hit the grocery aisle and we found some cool stuff that you ever go to Walmart and you're looking for that thing that you buy all the time and then suddenly your Walmart stops carrying it? Well, there's a Walmart somewhere else that's carrying it and you can put it on Amazon and you can sell it that way. And so there is a soda that's bottled in this county that we have sold on Amazon. It's called Ski. It's kind of like a Mountain Dew, only sweeter with more caffeine. Yes. It's probably worse than my espressos I drink.
They put it in baby bottles in this county.
Yes. So anyway, so if you come visit us, you'll have to drink a Ski. But so we kind of went back to our roots with that because we're kind of having a rough time. We're putting a lot of clothes on Amazon. It's selling, but it's just selling slow. So we're not seeing our typical numbers on Amazon that we normally sell. But we are seeing amazing numbers on Poshmark because we're focusing on that more. And so, you know, wherever you put your focus is where you're going to see your money.
Right.
And so we decided, you know what? We haven't been retail, shopping in a while. And so we spent about $300 at Walmart on various different items.
Yep.
And we look to make a really good profit on all of that. So watch the video that comes out on Sunday.
Sunday?
It'll be Sunday on that. So I'll have it all ready for you on Sunday. But so that'll kind of get you back to the way we kind of started. And that's really where I started getting excited. When we started retail shopping, that's really where I started to get the bug. I remember the first time we went shopping, it was after Christmas. Our Walmart had forgotten about some shipping containers.
That was amazing. They had a manager changeover, and you know how they have those, what is it, trailers in the back? Shipping containers.
Like, yeah. For the layaway
They thought one of them was a layaway, and apparently
it was new stock from the year prior.
Yes.
Christmas.
So they had. It was one of the years that one of the Star Wars movies came out. They had brand new Star Wars toys from that particular
from a year
movie,
ago.
From a year ago. And then when the new manager came in, they were just like, "Oh crud! This whole shipping container is full." So what they did is they discounted it like 20% of what it would have gone for, and stuck it all on their clearance shelves. Yeah, that was phenomenal. We went back to that.
So he
2 or
took
3
me
times.
shopping at Walmart, and he's just like, all right, let's take our Amazon seller app, and then here's kind of our guidelines. We want to make at least X amount of dollars on each item. You know, I think our dollar amount was we need to make at least $10 for every item we buy. And so we looked at sales rank, and we went through scanning, and I just kept throwing stuff in the cart and throwing stuff in the cart. Actually, I had my own cart, and he had his own cart.
We filled multiple carts up that day.
We filled 3 carts that day and left the store spending $1,000.
Yep.
And I think we turned it into, we got our $1,000 back and made about $3,000 on that. And it sold all really fast because it was all toys that was brand new still in package, but they were a year old and you couldn't find those toys anymore.
Yeah. And they kept clearancing them too.
Yep.
You know, the stuff that we were like, well, that's close, but not quite there.
We just go back the next week.
Next week, boom, they had a clearance.
I actually worked deals with the Walmart manager.
Yes,
like
she
I
did.
went and found the Walmart manager and I'm like, if I buy all of these, can I get them for $1 cheaper than what you're offering?
Yeah.
And he sold them to me.
Yep, that is awesome.
Negotiate at Walmart.
That's right. Let's see here. Is there anybody else? Super Nation says, I'm going to be honest. If I get something for free and sell on eBay for $5, I lose money. Yes.
Yeah.
The shipping alone, and then the fees on
Calculated shipping if it weighs over a pound. That's my rule of thumb.
Babette Perkins says, I'm just getting here, wanted to buy the A&M hat. has that posted on Posh yet. That all went to Amazon.
Yep.
All of those.
You'll find it on Amazon.
Shannon says, ski, I loved it. Reminds me of Fresca Sorta.
Yeah, it does kind of taste like Fresca. It's got that citrusy
it's
flavor.
It's like a combination of Mountain Dew and Sundrop, if you know what those are. Everybody knows what Mountain Dew is, but Sundrop, maybe some people know what Sundrop is, but anyway. Okay, we're caught up on questions.
All right, perfect. So hopefully if you're a beginner, I would say start with the auctions, thrift store kind of thing. And then, of course, if you are still going at it and you've been in this business a while like us, but you're finding sales are kind of wavering for you, go back to your roots like we did yesterday. We found some awesome stuff. We totally raided the Walmart store and walked away with lots of stuff that's going to be super good for flipping. And the cool thing about that is it's all brand new, and so it's going to be super easy and fast to list. We're not going to really put any of it on Poshmark. It's all going to go to Amazon, and it's all going to sell really well. We are even going to put some stuff to merchant fulfill on Amazon. So don't discount doing things on merchant fulfill. We've got a few food items that we're going to try to do that are close to expiration, maybe like a couple months ago. So if you want any reseller helps, we talked a little bit about the consultation call. Get it at hookedonpickin.com. The link is in the description below. Check out my Poshmark ebook. Thank you guys for the comments about how much you love the ebook and all of the work that I put into it. It's got YouTube links for how-tos and all of that embedded into the ebook, so it's well worth what you're going to pay for it. Also, if you like my awesome coffee cup, Hooked on Pickin, check out hookedonpickin.com. You can get it there. And then anything that doesn't sell on my other platforms, I also put for sale at a super cheap discounted price at hookedonpickin.com. Usually about 50% discounts because I don't pay as much fees on my own website. And so go there, go hunting for some stuff that you're interested in. If you're interested in anything I unbox, you can always shoot me an email. Watch the listing video. You'll see kind of where it goes, but hopefully it's been fun. And thanks to you guys for all of you who jumped online. Thank you so much for the 3 of you who donated. It's been amazing. And thank you so much for always encouraging us with all of your comments and stuff. So if you need anything, check out hookedonpickin.com, shoot me an email, and remember in the end, Jesus wins.